Good morning, happy Tuesday. Welcome to KSAT News Now, a bite-sized newscast where we include viewer comments on trending headlines both on air and online. You can join us live from the newsroom Tuesday through Thursday at 11 a.m.
Yeah, Alicia, this morning making waves today. We're including Coach Popovich's comments on yesterday's holiday. Of course, that being Columbus Day. That's gotten a lot of attention, and he even mentioned a local school district. We'll also be talking with Eric Hernandez on some upcoming high-profile court cases. Plus, today is the last day, Alicia, to vote for your favorite taco spot, as the winner of our Tasty Taco Showdown will be announced right here on KSAT News Now tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Who will it be?
Oh, it's a tight race. I will say that. Yeah, we'll say that.
But let's start with weather. We know it caused a lot of headaches. It may have made some of you run late for work. The roads are a mess, Sarah Spivey. At least they were this morning.
Yeah.
What's our afternoon commute going to look like?
Well, the afternoon commute should be substantially drier. Now, there still could be some damp spots on the road. But, guys, this is kind of just like a preview of what's to come a little bit later, an amuse-bouche, if you will.
And you're even wearing the preview.
I was going to say, if you guys haven't noticed.
I've got an umbrella dress here. You may not be able to see exactly from that distance. And I've got lightning earrings.
You're all the light.
That is legit, just got to say. That is great. I don't know if people can see at home, but yeah, that is a great look.
But I do want to prepare people for the potential for some flooding, some heavy rain. It's going to be possible, but outside right now, it's 80 degrees. It's cloudy. You can see on the horizon here just how humid it is outside. We've got very high humidity, and this is a look at the radar and the satellite, kind of socked into cloud cover here. And zooming into Bexar County, really it's the northwestern section of Bexar County, like Lotus, Leon Springs, that's dealing with some moderate rain at the moment. Now, this is not by any means going to cause any flooding issues. These are just passing streamer showers. We did have some lightning in Wilson County there near Stockdale. And then finally, there's another little piece of energy that's moving through the hill country right now, pushing some showers up into areas in Gillespie County. So on the high-res futurecast, that's going to be moving out of the area. We will have a little bit of sun this afternoon. That'll warm us up a bit. And then late tonight, there is the potential for some storms to redevelop out near the Rio Grande. Now, these are going to try to push east into San Antonio by the start of the day tomorrow. But again, this is a real preview of some heavier rain that's anticipated Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Let's talk about the rest of the day, though. Today, again, a 40% chance through about lunch for some of this light rain that we're seeing, and then in the afternoon, only isolated. 88 for the high. South winds today breezy at 10 to 15 miles per hour. All right, let's talk about the potential for heavier rain, and yes, a strong cold front as well. There is a potent upper-level low-pressure system here. You can see all the snow that's occurring across parts of the Rockies. This is going to be bringing us a cold front. In and of itself, this would be bringing a risk for some heavy rain. But combine that with a Pacific hurricane. This is Hurricane Pamela. It's going to be maintaining itself across the mountainous terrain of Mexico. And although it won't be a strong hurricane or a tropical storm by the time it makes it to south central Texas, it is going to be bringing us a lot of moisture. So that is going to combine with that cold front. And that's why Wednesday night into Thursday, we are particularly concerned about flooding, especially west of I-35. So we're talking the Edwards Plateau and the hill country. That's going to be moving through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and by Thursday afternoon most of the rain will be out of the area as that cold front approaches. But still, we could be dealing with 3 to 5 inches of rain across the hill country and Edwards Plateau, 1 to 2 inches here in San Antonio. But even if this shifts a little bit further to the east, you can see how we would be dealing with a lot more rain in the San Antonio metro area. So because of this reason, there are flash flood watches that will be going into effect. The one west of San Antonio early tomorrow morning, and then the one around San Antonio by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, the risk for flash flooding is going to be high, especially Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And we're going to keep you updated on air, online, on KSAT News Now, and on the KSAT Weather Authority app. Hey, RJ and Alicia, although we have a chance for some heavy rain Wednesday night into Thursday, look at that cold front bringing us beautiful weather by the weekend. Our mornings will be in the 40s and our afternoons will be in the 70s. It's going to feel a lot more like fall come the weekend.
So we're not seeing we're not seeing an error on those graphics in
No.
the 70s, in the 80s.
Yes, just gonna have to
Finally
get
feeling
through.
fall.
Just gonna have to get through the next couple of days. And if
Yeah.
Sarah, and as Sarah just mentioned right there, I mean, follow us on the KSAT weather app. I mean, they do a great job of
Yeah.
sending out their weathercasts and also updates that are up to the minute. So definitely want to be able to follow them as we get set for what should be a couple, some busy days up
Absolutely.
ahead here.
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. And also causing a stir today, Governor Greg Abbott's latest executive order. This time, he's banning any and all COVID-19 vaccine mandates, including for private employers.
Yeah, Alicia, not only that, but he also called on the legislature to pass a law with the same effect. And this is completely different than we originally heard from Governor Abbott in late August. An Abbott spokesperson stated that, quote, private businesses do not need the government running their business, end quote.
Requirements by government agencies, cities, and counties, as well as school districts, were already banned by previous executive order, which, as we know, is being fought currently in court by SAISD. And earlier, just a few moments, you saw a tweet announcing that executive order, that tweet by Governor Greg Abbott. He added that, quote, the COVID-19 vaccine is safe, effective, and our best defense against the virus. It should always remain voluntary and never forced, end quote. So although he does admit that it's a positive thing, he doesn't want anyone, again, including private businesses, to mandate.
Yeah, absolutely. We will continue to follow this. Meanwhile, experts are studying new ways to treat victims of COVID-19. There's a new pill, Alicia, that could be cleared in a matter of weeks by the Food and Drug Administration for emergency use.
So the drug maker is Merck, and they created a pill to treat COVID-19. So you would already have to have been diagnosed with it. Here's how it works. People could actually take this pill at home, and it would reduce symptoms or speed up the recovery. But before the FDA makes any type of decision, it will extensively review the company data on safety and effectiveness of the drug, including its side effects, which we have not been made aware of.
Of course, very important. So earlier this month, Merck reported that the pill cut hospitalizations and deaths by half among patients with early symptoms of COVID-19. So a very interesting development there when it comes to treating COVID-19, possibly at home. This is something kind of new and different that we're seeing now.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of reaction with that. But let's switch gears to the latest national holiday. Since it was first recognized in 1934, it's been celebrated as Columbus Day, but there's been an increased pressure and awareness to refocus it to Indigenous Peoples Day.
We've been seeing a lot of this across the country, and in fact, President Joe Biden actually signed a proclamation to recognize Indigenous Peoples Day, which honors Native American history and culture. Well, Coach Greg Popovich, he obviously does not hold back when sharing his views. He had a lot of interesting things to say about this when he was asked about it Friday before a preseason game. He was asked about the holiday, he was asked about Columbus Day, and then even called out a local school district. Here's what Coach Pop had to say.
I'm a little confused about our city and why it's Indigenous Peoples Day / Columbus Day. Columbus? I mean, he initiated a New World genocide. That's what he did. And they're gonna say slash and honor him? Well, you know, I gotta give the San Antonio Independent School District a little bit of credit because at least they added Indigenous Peoples Day along with it. And that's a step in the right direction. But what the hell is Alamo Heights thinking? It's Columbus Day. That's why they're off on Monday? You know, maybe there's something I'm missing and I'm ignorant.
This caused a lot of reaction after Ricardo Chavarria tweeted, he's also absolutely right. The history of colonizers is chock full of racism, slave ownership, xenophobia, and theft, usually hiding behind the guise of Christianity. Again, that was a quote from Twitter that you're seeing there.
Yeah, and Ricardo Chavarria, of course, is a San Antonio native, actor who played Abraham Quintanilla in the latest Selena series. So other reaction here, obviously, when it comes to Coach Pop, Reagan Smith saying, I miss the days when coaches thought of themselves as coaches and not enlightened influencers. And we have another one here from Eric. Says, happy Columbus Day, San Antonio. Same old song and dance, regardless of who is in the White House with this guy. The old man, get off my lawn routine continues. More school districts locally honor Columbus Day than just Alamo Heights. And he's been in San Antonio for over 20 years, and it's now a problem, LOL.
Which, okay, so going back to that, he specifically called out two school districts,
Yes.
Alamo Heights ISD and San Antonio ISD. So praising San Antonio ISD, criticizing Alamo Heights. We
Right.
actually reached out to Alamo Heights for a response multiple times.
Had not heard back from them. And I also wanted to just check out what the other sort of major school districts were doing when it comes to sort of designating Columbus Day. And the Northside ISD and the NEISD Northeast also just have that it's a student holiday. So SAISD actually has on their school calendar Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. Alamo Heights, of course, what Pop was referring to there, just has it as just Columbus Day, actually. So yeah, Pop, look, he says what's on his mind. We know that for sure.
All right, but in news we can hopefully all agree with.
Of course,
crossing
yes.
our fingers here. Spurs H-E-B commercials. So this is the Spurs Instagram page, and they made their announcement that they have concluded filming.
Yeah, this is super exciting here. So they released these pictures yesterday. You see my man here right here, KJ, Yakapurtle, Derek White. They got like it looks like a meat market sort of thing going on.
Or
maybe?
astronaut, like with these
I think it's
here.
probably maybe, yeah, doing a little something there. And let's check out some other ones here. We have, oh, look at this. I mean, you can't go wrong there. They are playing with puppies. This is the Spurs H-E-B commercials. They're playing with puppies. I don't know where they got these puppies from because they look amazing. They look like little wolves or something like that. I want one of these dogs.
I wonder,
That's all
so
I
they
know.
have this looks like charcoal, right? I wonder what they're promoting because H-E-B has these really cool dog toys.
That
They always
too,
have really
yeah,
neat
or
things.
maybe dog food. I mean, we'll see what.
I'm saying it's charcoal and it is probably dog food. I didn't picture.
Yeah, wanted to scroll through a couple more of these here. You can see the guys, KJ
man.
having a good time there. He's a bit of a jokester. Love him right there. And oh, look, KJ right there with the H-E-B
soup?
queso.
Oh, a queso. Man, wow. Well, we have a real fan.
Primo
H-E-B
picks,
fan.
baby. Primo picks. Let's do it.
Primo picks, baby.
What I really enjoy about the fact that they're bringing back the commercials is that, of course, last year they were not able to do them because of the pandemic, and then of course the season started late. So this is a little bit of normalcy here that they're bringing these back, and I can't wait to see them. I reached out to the Spurs to see when they're going to be released, so hopefully that'll be soon. It's usually around the season opener, which is about a week away.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
soon.
yeah, pretty soon here, a week away. Yeah, H-E-B commercials, Spurs, gotta love it.
All right, so today we have a very special guest in our newsroom, and that's Erica Hernandez. The Bexar County courts are back open, and it's shaping up to be a very busy fall and winter if COVID numbers don't spike again.
Yeah, Erica Hernandez is joining us now to talk about what we can expect in the coming weeks. Of course, Erica doing a great job. So tell us first, Erica, what is the first case that you're keeping tabs on?
So this is actually a big case that happened back in 2019 where a well-known cyclist, Tito Bradshaw, was hit and killed. That person who was accused in that case, Linda Mason, she will be sentenced tomorrow. Now this got a lot of buzz over the summer, this past summer, because after City Councilman Manny Pelaya sent a letter to the judge and to the DA saying that they didn't want a plea deal in this case, that she shouldn't be getting a plea deal in this case. Well, it had to move courts after that, so then it moved to another court and got delayed again, but it looks like she will finally be sentenced tomorrow in the 379th District Court, and that should take place around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Is a story we will be covering, because every time this case is in the courts, we see Tito Bradshaw supporters outside of the courthouse and supporting this case, and it'll be really interesting to see how this turns out. There's kind of some reaction that she may get probation on this, so we will definitely be there to cover this and to bring you more on this case as it unfolds.
Absolutely. And that's a very powerful case because
high profile.
I bike around the Mission Reach Trail and sometimes frequent the local bike shops, and they're always asking, hey, is there any update? Are y'all still keeping on top of this? So thank you, Erica, for letting us know that you will be covering this.
The cyclist community in general, you know that they've been obviously
they've been following along.
To this.
And
so that adds this other element to it. So very interesting stuff there.
All right, and we want to ask you, the high-profile trial of Andre McDonald is also something that could be taking place very soon, correct?
Yeah, we're expecting this jury selection to start for Andre McDonald next Friday. So this is another high-profile one from 2019. If you all remember, Andre McDonald is charged in the murder of his wife, Andreen McDonald. That was a 4-month search for her that took place that year from February to July when they found her remains. We also are doing more with this trial because, of course, it is a high-profile one. So we're expecting next Wednesday to publish the backstory on this trial, where we take you back from day one to right now. We'll give you some legal analysis of what we can also expect when the trial begins there. And after jury selection, that trial is expected to begin right away. So we could see this going on for possibly 2 to 3 weeks, at the same amount of time as the McCain case. And we're also hoping to live stream this trial as well. We should find out soon if that's going to be possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I still remember when that case first broke, and Andre McDonald, there was all sorts of questions about what was going on. And as you mentioned, just the search for the remains of Andreen, that was tough to see, and definitely a tragic case all the way around.
Yeah, so we'll kind of recap everything for you during the backstory next Wednesday when we publish that.
What about, finally, we could also see Anton Harris back in the courtroom as well?
Yeah, so Anton Harris, if everybody remembers this case, he is known as the medical center rapist. He was charged in 5 cases, but early last year, before the pandemic hit, he went to trial for one of those cases and got 99 years. Well, he'll be back in a courtroom in November. It's scheduled right now for November 8th. That's still tentative, and I say tentative because it is in the same courtroom as the McDonald case. So that could be moved, or they could just have a hearing. It could be a plea deal. We don't know exactly what's going to be up for this yet, but this is one of the 5 cases that he was accused of. And I mean, this was another thing. I mean, RJ, you were here when this all started back in 2017, where there was a search. Yeah, it was frightening
for a while, because
and then when we found out it was a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid who had just graduated high school as the suspect. I mean, it was a big deal here in the city. So this is just one of the cases that he's also being accused of in that.
Erica, before you go, I have a question. How is it, you have a busy couple of weeks ahead of you.
Yeah.
How is it that you're able to stay so organized to keep on top of all these cases?
I have like a calendar that I kind of prep. So every time I see something come up in the docket, I make sure I have it in there to keep track of. And of course, with courts, everything is so tentative, especially with COVID right now. Everything is either on Zoom, it's in person. So I just kind of call the judges. I'm like, hey, is it going on today? I really need to know. And I'm really lucky that all the judges have been really helpful at the transition after Paul left, and being very influential in helping me understand what's going on and making sure that we know as well.
That's amazing.
And when we say gavel to gavel coverage, I remember Erica was there Friday night. What was it when they finally did the McCain verdict? Yes, I remember.
For the McCain case, we were like there.
Sharing some
it
stuff.
was, I think we waited for 7 hours. It wasn't until 9.
It was late Friday night.
And Friday, we were after. What was it, 20 minutes for the guilty verdict? I was expecting another quick verdict, but we waited for a long time. But we're always there, gavel, gavel. And even if we don't get to live stream the McDonald case, we will have a team working to make sure those videos of testimony is constantly being updated on the website. So we will have as much coverage as possible.
Erica, thank you so much
for
joining us today.
Doing a great job. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we are shifting gears a little bit here, and we're going to be talking about our Tasty Taco Showdown, because today is the last full day of voting when it comes to our 3 finalists. Alicia, I know you're throwing in those double, triple votes right now.
Stop it. People are going to believe you and they're going to say it's rigged. We will reveal the winner tomorrow, and it's a tight race, let me tell you. So the top ones, the final 3, Tommy's, Garcia's, and Taquitos West.
Yeah, so I looked earlier at some of the results. Again, polling is going to actually close tomorrow morning around like 10:30, so before we actually come on. And I mean, when I tell you it's tight, it is super, super tight. So I know that Garcia's has been sharing this on their Facebook page.
Pumped.
Yeah, they were super excited and stuff. So make sure to vote. Again, the voting ends at tomorrow morning, and we will have the final results there for you.
Maybe we'll have the finals winners tacos here. Who knows?
Yes. Okay. Real quick, I wanted to, of course, share a couple of Facebook comments, because we are streaming on Facebook Live right now. Let my page load up here a little bit.
So we want to remind you, every morning, 11 a.m. Right now, during the month of October, we'll be live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 11 a.m. And KSAT News Now, the difference of this newscast is, one, of course, it's streaming. That's why you're either on your computer or on your cell phone. But also, we want to hear from you. So that's where either the Facebook comments, Twitter, if you want to tweet us, that's an option too, or commenting on the article. Yeah,
so a couple of people on Facebook Live right now. Of course, the pop thing has gotten a lot of attention, even on our website. A lot of people commenting there. Brando Lopez says, y'all act like pop can't have an opinion. And then we have David Chacon, who says if they remove the Columbus statue, they should also remove the holiday as federal. So that feels like it's just kind of going back and forth. And if we get an update from Alamo Heights, we will share that online on KSAT.com
so
for sure.
We reached out. We're still waiting to hear back. But thank you so much for joining us. We will see you tomorrow right here at 11 a.m.